Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Raghu and right now you are there in front of a UI UX designer. The video today is how to become a UI UX designer and what is UI and what is UX. This topic has been already addressed and there is a video for it and the link has been shown on the top. If you click the link, my video will be displayed here. Just learn about what is UI and UX, and here I'm just want to tell you and want to share some experience about how to become UI UX designer. There are totally 6 things that has to be known. Let me take UI and let me take UX separately so that you will be more interested to know what is UI tools and what is UX tools. Okay, there are 4 points in UI and 2 points in UX. As said earlier, there are 4 points in UI. First one is color scheme, the second one is typography, and the third one is spacing, or else we can call it as grid arrangements, and the fourth one is the tool for the UI design. Number 1, color scheme. What is color scheme? If it is a food application or food delivery application, they will be using red color as the prominent one because red shows it's very hot and served soon. That's why they use red in most of the food applications. And if it's a travel app, you can see yellow and also green. It shows the nature and also it shows the sky in which it's a travel most, and also the blue indicates very much active color. That's the reason the travel application uses blue or green as a prominent color. All these combinations has to be learned. The color scheme says like primary color, secondary, tertiary, what is the color component, split, and these terms has to be very well known by the UI UX designer. So as a UI designer, you should be very well known about the color schemes. Point 1 is done. Let's go to the point 2. The second one is typography. Typography is nothing but it stays in the family of serif and sans serif. What is serif and what is sans serif? I have already planned a video which tells completely about the typography. I have seen multiple designers with the element of color schemes and with the usage of typography, they used to create awesome designs. Okay, let's go to the point 3. Point 3 is the spacing grids. If you are designing a magazine or if you are designing any applications, you should be knowing what is the space between the header and the footer. And if it's there in a header, what's the space between the icons and the header? These and all the terms what a UI designer uses. You need to learn all those things. This falls under point number 3. Let's go to the point number 4, which is nothing but ultimately, you should be knowing a software for designing it, right? So, the grade of software in which the level you should be learning. I will tell this in an order so that it will be useful for you to learn from the start, from the base, I can say. The first one should be Illustrator, the next one should be Photoshop, and the next one should be InDesign for arranging the layouts, and the final one should be Adobe XD. If you learn this softwares, you will be very much enhanced in design skills. This is for UI. Before going to the UX part, if you are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button to get ideas of UI UX part, and you will be updated with all the design theories which is going to be in trend. Now UI is done, which has 4 things, and now the UX, which has 2. The first one is user-centric design understanding. The second one is the research part. The first one is what is user-centric research understanding. For example, if one of the client, he says, this is the app I have, I need to enhance this app, means as a UX designer, what you should be knowing. You should be very well known about how the app functions. In a market, you need to compare between the apps, how the app works comparatively to the other apps which falls under the same category. I'm a designer and I'm not designing my app for another designer, right? So I'm designing an app for a customer. In a way, you should think like how the customer will be benefited if you design the app. That is user-centric design. You should be very much aware about what content you are using, what color, what type of research. This process has to be found. This is user-centric design research process. And the next one is research process. That is UX principle. There is a set of UX principles has been there which you need to follow for all the research process. This research process undergoes interviews, sketching it. You need to send some surveys like primary, secondary. Even then you need to create a low fidelity wireframes, high fidelity wireframes. Then it goes to the testing part. This is all the process of UX design and the research process. This has to be finalized. Then the final project will be arrived. So 2 numbers of user-centric part is done. As a combination, this 6 item you should be very well known as a UI UX designer. If you plan for a UI UX designer job, update the 6 skills which is very much mandatory for you. If you think this video is really helpful, share it to your friends or your family. Spread the knowledge about design of UI and UX. See you there in the next video. And before that, if you really like the video, hit the like button, do subscribe my channel. See you there in another video soon.